Hi everybody, and welcome to Kelly's Kitchen, and today we are making shepherd's pie. I have a pound of ground beef in here, and I fried it up and got it all ready using my meat separator, and it is ready to add the seasoning. So we are going to make our shepherd's pie. This won't be available anymore until next season, so I hope you have some on hand. All our comfort foods go away. So you take your seasoning and you mix it with a cup of water and 1¼ cups of water, and you mix it and let it sit for a while, and then you pour it in to your ground beef. Now the beauty of Epicure is we always have other ways of making shepherd's pie. So if you don't happen to have any of the packages in stock, you can just add a fried up onion or put it in raw. You can use beef and steak if you happen to have that on hand. Beef and steak is a great flavor to add to this. And for those of us that don't have any of those spices, I used to make it with beef bouillon. So you could either use our beef broth or a bouillon if you have it. And you put a cube in with a cup of water, mix it up, and pour it in. And that will give you your shepherd's pie flavor. So we also want to add 2 cups of frozen veggies, and I added a cup of corn, and I'm going to add a cup of peas to mine, and we're going to let that cook. And that is the base of our shepherd's pie. Very simple to make. Excuse me. Very simple to make. You could use any kind of vegetables, mixed vegetables, canned vegetables. I haven't used frozen. Frozen tend to be cheaper, and they're always fresher because they are blanched as soon as they come out of the garden. So this is what your base looks like. Ground beef, veggies in it. Now, when my kids were little, I never added the vegetables to it because my children didn't care. One didn't care for corn, one didn't care for peas. And it was just easier to have peas and corn on the side, and then they could pick what they wanted. Now, before I forget, if you happen to do the beef broth or the bouillon in water, you need to add some flour. I would shake a good tablespoon, maybe even 2, on your meat before you add your liquid, and that will thicken it up. This shepherd's pie has everything in it, so I don't have to think twice about it. So what is in my multi-purpose dish here for our meal? I have a whole bunch of potatoes that I put in the microwave. It took me, I think it was 9 or 10 minutes to get them cooked. Then I'm using my meat separator, which I scrubbed after having it in the raw meat. And I am mashing up my potatoes for the top of my shepherd's pie. And you want to add 1/2 cup of milk to that. Now, how many potatoes? Probably 4 very big potatoes or 6 to 8 medium size. I rather have more potatoes than not enough. Another substitute you can do for this is sweet potatoes, which is really good, very good for you, and it tastes super. That didn't take any time to soak up that liquid that is all ready. Yes, so you can add sweet potatoes, and I have done my shepherd's pie with 1/2 sweet potatoes and 1/2 white. Again, I love sweet potatoes. Somebody doesn't. So this way there is a choice. So my potatoes are all mashed up and they look so good. Now you can add cheese to that if you want to. You could add some salt and pepper to it. I'm going to add some salt and pepper to it. You could add butter to your potatoes if you wanted. You can also add garlic to it and make it garlic potatoes on top of your shepherd's pie. I actually think I'm going to add a little garlic to it. So what do I have here? I have some red garlic, chili flakes. Let me just grab some garlic. I'm just going to throw in some minced garlic. This is great if you haven't seen this before. Our minced garlic has over 62 garlic in there, and it keeps it nice and fresh. And you never have to worry about peeling, and they're always on hand when they're in your cupboard. It's a great product to have on hand. That and our toasted onions. Okay, so my potatoes are ready. My ground beef is ready. And then all you have to do is put it in a casserole dish. And you can eat it right away. It is all ready. But I'm going to put it in my oven. And when I put it in my oven, it will toast up the potatoes on top. You could add another thing I might add to the top of my potatoes would be paprika. Yeah, paprika is what I'm going to add to mine. And that makes that quite full. And then you're going to layer it with your mashed potatoes. So there's that, looking really good. We're going to add some mashed potatoes to that. And then stick it in the oven, and then that's all ready. Now, I'm actually going to stick mine in the fridge for now because I'm not going to eat it right now. This is for a meal this week. So you just put your potatoes on top, as fancy as you want to, or not fancy, it's up to you. This is one of my favorite. It's one that we've always had through the winter here. Shepherd's pie. Shepherd's pies and baked mac and cheese is our favorite in this house. All right, so, okay, potatoes in. We're going to put all over. Now, I've got a lot of potatoes, but this will feed us a nice supper. So what you can do if you want to get fancy, you can take a fork and you can go all through it, make little marks in it. And then when you stick it in the oven, those will brown up. It looks good. Now, you don't have to, everything is here, but you could add a salad on the side. I mean, everything's here, as in there's vegetables in it, but you could have a green salad on the side. Get more veggies into you. Okay, and I'm just going to add some paprika to that. And we already right there. What do I have? Smoked paprika. Yes, smoked Spanish paprika. Now, can I get some in there without getting too much? I like adding this. It just gives it a little color. It's great on your potato salad. All right, so there we go. And then I will bake that in the oven. 375, 15, 20 minutes, and that should be ready. And then there is my shepherd's pie already. Now, that was a quick class. Anyway, if you don't have shepherd's pie, like I said, you can get beef and steak, or you can make it using a beef bouillon or our beef broth. Add that to a cup of water. Make sure you add a little flour into your meat so that it makes it more like a paste, and then you can swirl it up. You can add, like I said, onions to your meat and any kind of vegetables in your shepherd's pie, be it mixed frozen vegetables, peas, corn, canned or frozen, or you can have them on the side. Makes a wonderful family meal and fills everybody up. Okay, there you go. So comment below who likes shepherd's pie. Who enjoys shepherd's pie? All right, everybody, take care.